He played his best game ever. Would you believe that? Coming into today's game at Bulldog Stadium between Fresno State and Utah State, David Carr already had the school records for yards, touchdown passes, completions, attempts, total offense, you name it. But he wasn't done yet. He saved the best for last. Let's take you to Bulldog Stadium and check it out. His whole family on the field with him, getting a huge round of applause from the crowd at Bulldog Stadium. Little did they know, David did save the best for last. He spread the wealth on his touchdown passes, as he tends to do, or at least he has done so far this year. The first one was headed DeAndre Gilbert's way. Gilbert takes it in for 6. Later on, Dave would look for Bernard Berrien after Gilbert finally got into the end zone for the first 6 points of the day. Trust me, there was plenty more scoring to come for Fresno State. There's Bernard Berrien, young man from Atwater, taking it into the zone. How many touchdown passes do you think David Carr threw today? How about a school record 6? 5 of them in the first half. In short, he played the best game of his college career in his last game at the stadium. And yes, he used to sneak into the stadium to play catch with his brother. You've heard that story before. Today he played catch with a lot of guys. The Bulldogs won 70-21. We'll have more on the significance for the team later. But for now, let's focus on the way Carr went out with a bang in his Valley finale. 78% of his passes he completed today for a career-high 432 yards. He tied Bill Yancey's 23-year-old school record with 6 touchdown passes. And the best season by any QB in Bulldog history. Still has a bowl game to go. David tied an NCAA record with his 12th straight game of 200 yards passing or more. He can break that in the bowl game. His 4,308 yards, the 8th best total in NCAA history. 42 touchdowns, the 5th best total ever. And Carr's name is all over the school record book. As for his career, this is hard to believe, but Carr is just 3 touchdown passes away from Kevin Sweeney's career record of 69. All but one of David's touchdown passes have come in the last 2 seasons, while Sweeney had 4 years for his 69. David also has the best career completion percentage in Fresno State history. And David and his son Austin and his brother Derek are here with us now. You see the hats on the table. The guys are wearing their hats backwards. David, I got to ask you, could this day have gone any better for you?
I don't think so. It was a fun ride. It started off with the getting introduced to the whole fans and everything. My last time down Bulldog Stadium, and it was sweet, and it ended like the way I wanted to.
I don't think you have any pockets in your uniform pants, but if you did, you probably would have had Kleenex in there, huh?
Maybe not me, but for my wife and my mom, I mean, they cried enough for the whole stand. But it was sweet. It was a lot of fun. I got to enjoy it with my family, my son, and everybody. They were all here.
Seeing those numbers that we just put up on the screen, is it hard for even you to believe?
Yeah, I just think you're talking about someone else, maybe Dilfer or someone. But no, it's interesting because to me, I always see guys putting up the numbers like that, and I never really thought I'd do it. I know that I work hard, and my team works hard to accomplish some of the things we set out to do this year, but you never really think it's going to happen until it does.
All right, let's move on to another member of the Carr family. He's the one who's actually wearing number 8 right now, David's younger brother, Derek. Derek, I understand that you are the president of the David Carr for Heisman campaign. Is that true?
Yeah. It's been fun for brother to be up for the Heisman and win the Johnny Unitas Award and all this great stuff happening for him.
Now, when you hear people saying other guys ahead of your brother for the Heisman, how does that make you feel?
It's just, you know that it's not true, and you know that they can't make the throws your brother can, and you know that, well, he's just the best quarterback in the nation, and that's just a great thing to know.
Well, I'm going to show you something right now. Let's take a look at this video. This was from Oregon's game with Oregon State today, ABC's broadcast of this game, and here are the 4 guys they showed. Derek, you know who that guy is, right? Eric Crouch. Is he better than David? No. How about Ken Dorsey? Why not? How about Rex Grossman? He's still playing against Tennessee. But his statistics, Rex Grossman's statistics this year are pretty good, huh?
They're pretty good, but I don't think a sophomore should win the Heisman Trophy. It's more like a senior award.
That last guy we saw there, Joey Harrington, here you see the statistics on the screen. Doesn't look to me like any of these guys can compare to your brother.
No, the closest guy is Rex Grossman, but he's still a sophomore, and he shouldn't win the Heisman because it's a senior award, and it'd be something to have in David's house and be nice to look at.
Be nice to look at.
Maybe you might have a chance of that sometime too. Let's look at another list today, a list that your brother joined. Only 6 quarterbacks in NCAA history have passed for more than 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns. 2 of those guys, Andre Ware and Ty Detmer, won the Heisman Trophy. If it was good enough for them, why not for your brother?
Well, it's probably all about the school they're at and just how people just vote and probably their stats and stuff, and it's just because we lost the 2 games and we're in the WAC, and that just makes a big difference.
So yes, Fresno State did lose 2 games this year. They finished the season 11-2, and I guess what you're running up against when you argue with people about the Heisman is they think those 2 losses should take Dave out of the running. Do you think that's the case?
No, it should go to the best quarterback or the best player that won, and one player went 2-8 or something and still won the Heisman at Notre Dame, and the Fresno State Bulldogs are 10-2, and my brother's not up even in the top 2 for the Heisman
That's
race.
right. Paul Horning, that was 50 years ago, before you were even born, went 2-8 with Notre Dame. He still won the Heisman. And we have another list of people that have won the Heisman Trophy, but didn't finish as well as Fresno State did this year at 11-2. It doesn't make any sense, does it?
No, it should be that David wins the Heisman, because this is, like, he's the best quarterback in the nation, and there's nothing else to that.
Well, let me ask the other guy sitting here now, David. You think your brother has some valid points here?
I don't know. I'm sitting here laughing at the guy. I can't believe he's saying some of this stuff. He's not politically correct, I guess you'd say, but he's my biggest fan, so I mean, I'm going to stick with him.
Now, Monday, players will be invited to New York. That's when we'll find out who the players invited to New York for the Heisman presentation will be. If you get that invitation, or if you don't, it sounds like that your family's still going to make you feel like you won the Heisman Trophy.
I think that, yeah, they believe in their heart I should win, and I think that's all that matters to them. So, I mean, just to have him say stuff like that and to know my family's supporting me like this, it's a sweet feeling.
All right, well, we thank the Carr family for coming in to join us today. Maybe we'll see Derek wearing that 8 for the Bulldogs. They might retire it for David, but I understand he's going to let Derek wear it anyway. Many thanks to the Carrs for coming in today. Congratulations on a great year.